To make an exercise sheet, all you need is a regular piece of lined or plain paper. Your sheet should have the name of the workout at the top, and in this case we'll start with Workout 1. Workout 1 has 15 upper and lower body exercises in total, so we'll have them listed in numbered order down the left-hand side of our sheet, starting with all the lower body exercises first, followed by the upper body exercises. Make sure to have a line just above the exercises so you have a place to put the dates of your workouts as you go along. Charting your progress will differ just a little bit depending on the workouts and the exercise you're doing, so here's a few examples of how to write down your results to get you off to a fast start. Using your exercise sheet to chart your progress for Workout 1, for most of the strength exercises, you'll be trying to keep track of two main things: the number of sets for each exercise that you do, and the number of repetitions that you perform for each set. With exercises like the prone plank, however, you'll be trying to keep track of the number of sets and the duration of time you were able to hold your position. So I'll give you a couple examples on how to write down your results for these kinds of strength exercises. Looking at exercise 1 as an example, let's say you start your workout and you perform 2 sets of sitting and standing as many times as you can, and you find that you were able to do 12 repetitions on both sets. If you perform 12 repetitions, 2 sets in a row, under the corresponding date, you would just write 2 times 12, meaning 2 sets of 12, in the box next to your exercise. If you got 2 different numbers of repetitions, like let's say you were able to do 12 on the first set and then only 10 on the second set, then make sure to try and record that. For the 2 different numbers, you would write S1 times 12, standing for set 1, 12 repetitions, and S2 times 10, standing for set 2, 10 repetitions in the same box. The next time you come back to this workout, when you look at your sheet, you'll know exactly how many repetitions you did the last time, which tells you how many you have to do this time to make an improvement. And making consistent improvements, even tiny improvements, should always be your goal when you do your workouts. With a stability exercise like the prone plank, where you're not trying to do a lot of repetitions, but you're trying to hold your position for a duration of time, you would chart the number of sets and then just the amount of time that you were able to hold stable during the exercise. So if you did 2 sets of prone planks for 30 seconds each, in this case you would just write 2 times 30 SEC, standing for 2 sets with a 30-second hold. Once again, make sure to always record it if you get different numbers on the sets that you do. In a third possibility from Workout 1, if you were doing an exercise variation, like holding one of your squats for a longer period of time in order to challenge yourself, let's say you did 2 sets of 5 repetitions with a 10-second hold on each one. In this case, you would just write 2 times 5 times 10 SEC, standing for 2 sets of 5 repetitions for a 10-second hold. For charting flexibility and posture exercises from Workout 2, for the stretches like the hamstring stretch, where you're holding for a specific period of time, you'll be trying to write down the number of sets that you do and the duration of time that you hold each stretch. But for some of the stretches like the book opening stretch and the overhead reach, you'll include sets, duration, and repetitions as well. Using the hamstring stretch as an example, if you do the stretch 3 times on each side for a 30-second hold, you would just write down 3 times 30 SEC. Remember to always hold the stretch for the same period of time on each side. For stretches like the book opening, which is a little different style of stretch, you'll include repetitions as well. As an example, let's say you perform 1 set of 10 repetitions on each side with a 5-second hold on each one. In this case, you would just write 1 times 10 times 5 SEC, standing for 1 set of 10 repetitions for a 5-second hold. For charting balance and agility exercises for Workout 3, instead of numbers of repetitions, you'll be charting your sets and then the duration of time held for exercises like the single leg stand, And then for the balance and agility exercises where you're moving, like the line walk or the lateral walk, you'll be charting the number of sets that you do and the distance traveled during the set. Using the single leg stand as an example, where the object is to try balancing on one leg for as long as possible, for this one, let's say you did 2 sets on each leg for as long as you could, and you estimate that you were able to balance about 30 seconds on the right leg, but only about 15 seconds on the left leg. In this case, to chart your progress accurately, write R2 times 30 SEC, standing for right leg, 2 sets for 30 seconds, and then write L2 times 15 SEC, standing for left leg, 2 sets for 15 seconds. With the exercises where you're moving from workout 3, like the line walk, where you're not holding for time, but going for distance and seeing how long you can maintain your balance going heel to toe, you'll be trying to chart the number of sets that you do and the distance traveled during each set. So let's say you did 2 sets of line walking for about 50 feet. To chart your progress, just write down 2 times 50 FT, standing for 2 sets of 50 feet. The same charting method works for the rest of the movements from workout 3, where you go for a challenging distance until you have to rest. Your goal, once again, is just to try to record the number of sets that you did and the distance traveled during each set. Using the heel walk as an example, if you were able to do 2 sets for a distance of about 50 feet before you had to rest, you'd once again chart by writing 2 times 50 FT, standing for 2 sets of 50 feet. And that 50 feet would be the mark that you try to surpass as your new goal the next time you do workout 3.